yet another session of our show, Teach Me How to Cook with your girl Elizabeth Mbambi. I am here today at the University of Namibia where I'll be profiling Ms. Elizabeth Upindi, who is the owner of Chico's Table, and they are operating at the University of Namibia currently at the staff cafeteria. We're going to hear more about what she has to say about her establishment, how she started her business, how it's going so far, because I believe me, we are enjoying a lot of good food, a lot of food, things that she's preparing. So stay tuned for the interview. Elizabeth Upindi. I call her Bushi because my name is also Elizabeth. So I'm Elizabeth Mami. She's Elizabeth Upindi, and she's gonna tell us about Chico's Table. Yeah, let me make sure I'm reading it correctly. Chico's Table. We just want to know more about this Chico's Table because we get to enjoy delicious food here, and she's also into catering. She doesn't only operate it, but okay, I don't wanna spoil it for you. So I'm gonna go right ahead and give her the platform to talk to us about what she does and how she does it. Miss Elizabeth, how are you?
Very well. How are you, ma'am?
I'm okay.
How are you, Elizabeth?
I'm good. Can you please introduce yourself? Just a small biography. Who are you? Where you from? How did you? Yeah, just a biography.
Well, as you guys heard, my name is Elizabeth Upindi, born and bred in Windhoek. I am a qualified medical practitioner.
Oh,
Yes. So cooking is actually my passion. I've always loved cooking at home, wherever I find myself. At occasions, get-togethers with friends. I'm always the one that is up at the pot, on the braai, and so on and so forth. So what happened was round about almost 5, 6 years ago, I was retrenched from my workplace. I used to work in the south at a clinic on a mine in Ludret. So I was like, you know what? I can't just sit idle at home. What am I good at? What can I do? So I decided, let me use my hands. Let me get into this cooking thing, to understand. So yeah, I started cooking. I started with traditional chickens at home, selling traditional chickens, traditional food, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that's basically me.
I like that you say that. I like that you mentioned that you just decided that I'm not gonna sit back because when you said 5 years ago, I actually thought that maybe it's because of COVID-19.
No.
Oh yeah. So you know how minds are. They close, they reopen. You never know. And I like that you said that you didn't want because it's an inspiration for somebody out there that's watching that have lost their job. Mostly because of COVID. We know that it's one of the main reasons why a lot of companies close down and things like that. And maybe somebody out there is watching is like, oh, okay, there's nothing for me to do. So what you are actually communicating here today is like, do not just give up and see there's something that you can do.
Definitely.
Do something. So I want to do. Since you mentioned that, it brings me to my next question. Since you mentioned that you decided that you're not just gonna sit back, do you see yourself going back into the medical field?
I've got such a soft spot for that department.
Yeah.
I love it with all my heart. I was very good at it, but I think I found myself more in the cooking industry. I don't know whether I should put it as I'm more open or I'm more free. Like I'm just at an advanced, level of my life where I'm like, I I don't really want to let go of the medical field, but I don't at the same time I don't also see myself going back there because of the growth that I've found myself or the growth that I actually experienced in the catering industry. We are still a small baby, but every day we are growing. We are growing. When I say we, it's because I'm including my team. It's a whole team. The Chico's Table is a whole team setup. So I'm not actually discouraging people to let go of what they have studied for, but I always say do what works for you. This is working for me right now. So I will definitely say in future, going back, no, but it's all about what is the next step ahead? What can I do in the culinary cooking industry? You see, so my eyes are focused on where I should better myself as a caterer, where I should better my colleagues as well. You know, we need to grow because it's not only about cooking. It's about the waitressing department. You know, it's about different areas of cooking. We're talking about hygiene. We're talking about baking. All this. So we need to master the skills so that one day we find ourselves at a level where the world actually consider us to to doing the catering. Should I put it in that line?
So a question that I have: do you see yourself going back to the medical industry?
You know what? Um, it part of me hurts a bit because I had to leave the medical industry. But there's another part of me that I've seen so much growth within this industry. So to answer you in short, in as much as I really, really do love my self-helping others in the medical field, for now I would say no, because I've seen tremendous growth within the cooking industry. I've seen that filling gaps in Namibia when it comes to catering. I'm not only saying that to boast, but I've seen the reviews that we get from our clients. And when I also speak of growth when it comes to catering or the cooking industry, I see myself getting somewhere. You know, I see myself crossing paths, crossing oceans. You know, giving service elsewhere, not only within our borders, but outside there. And when I speak also of growth, I'm looking at the team, the whole Chico Stable team. It's quite a lovable, amazing human beings that we work with. So I'm also looking at the development of these people, growing in within the culinary cooking industry. So for now, I would say no.
Yeah, because I like that you say that you found yourself in the cooking industry
Yes,
and
yes,
it's working for you right
yes,
now. And
yes,
this season, it is working for you.
yes.
It's not like something that you are struggling with. And everything that works for you, it will just flow. And I'm sure you are flowing and you are learning every day. Since you said that you are a new establishment, a new business and everything, but you've been cooking for quite some time
Yes.
also, that's what you said. One of the things that I wanted to do, because now you are currently based at the staff cafeteria, but the other question I want to do, besides the staff cafeteria at the University of Namibia, what else do you do besides you catering here at the staff cafeteria, being the person that is operating from the staff cafeteria? But is there any other thing that you are doing besides that outside
Yes,
the University of
most
Namibia?
definitely. Before being granted this opportunity in operating within the premises of UNEP, we operate from home mostly. So we do catering for all types of occasions for many different organizations. So any type of events as well. So we're not only limited to catering for UNAM or to say UNAM as an organization, but we are open to everyone. We Even if we're not working at UNAM, we find ourselves sometimes where we have other catering opportunities elsewhere outside. We do outside braai. Sometimes we find, okay, there's a really nice sport here. Can we tackle the sport and just have our braai there? And we don't sit still. We don't sit idle because we have this opportunity at the staff cafeteria. No, we do catering for all organizations, for everyone, being it you and your partner, wanting a special dining event or something, we come in. We can come in. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
After the break, we're going to talk more about Chico's table and we're going to hear a little bit more about them and their favorite dishes and their best selling dishes after the break. And we are back from the break. We are still with I can call it the chef yourself, yeah, the main chef yourself, and the owner of Chico's Table. My English sometimes, when you're from the south, I don't know how you're not struggling, but I struggle. If you grew up in the south or you went to school in the south, you struggle a bit with English. I want to find out. Tell us how was Chico's Table born? Okay, you previously told us about, how you decided to go into the catering business. We heard it, but when did you really actually start operating as Chico's Table? Because now it became something professional.
Yes.
Not just being hired to just cook at weddings, at funerals, and things like that. But how did you start as Chico's Table?
Okay, let me give you the whole Chico's Tables concept and how it was brought together. Firstly, I have a brother of mine who's based in Joburg, Lucas. He's into marketing. He loves food. Sorry for that, but he really, really loves food. Oh, no. Let me start with the name Chico. Well, we all had, or I introduced myself as Elizabeth, which is actually my name. Chico is also my name, and it's a nickname that I received from my dad. My own father gave me this Chico's name.
Hi, Chico.
Yes. CHICCO.
Okay.
Okay, why Chico is actually my secret, but hence you're so keen on finding out why, I will definitely give you the reason why. So apparently when I was a baby, my bottle brand was Chico. So you have baby bottles are branded. You have Pigeon, you have what's the doctor something, all those brands. So my brand was Chico. So apparently whether now my bottle was empty or full, it was just in my mouth. So the tati decided, hey Chico. So the name caught, and that's why I'm called Chico. So coming back to Chico's Table, why it's the whole business is called Chico's Table. I'll come back to my brother Lucas. So on that particular day, Lucas was like, you need to expand. People need to taste your food because you actually bigger than just cooking for the family. So we usually would sit at a table, and a lot of us in the family. We are quite a large number. So I would cook for like plus minus 20 to 25 people per day at home. So we would sit around the table, and he just came up with you know what, this is basically Chico's Table because we sit and have good food around this table. So that's why we caught the name Chico's Table. I loved it. I used to actually love one of South Africa's very best award-winning chefs, Siba. She also had a program named Siba's Table, and so we just connected, and we were like, okay, not that I stole her concept though. So yeah, that's how the whole name connected. So initially we registered the table, the business under Chico's Table, and we started officially four years back, with Chico's Table, and yeah, that's basically it.
What I really love about the food business or industry so far with all the other interviews that I had is the fact that most of the names or the businesses started with it's connected to something to do with the family. You say that the way you as a family sit around the table and eat your meals, it makes it more real, or you become even more passionate because your family is kind of connected to this. So it's not something that you just woke up and just started doing. And it's I love the fact that it has sentimental value because of the family that is connected to it. And I like the fact that your brother also decided to open your eyes so that you can be Chico's table. I almost said Chico's corner. But like I said, I really do enjoy your food.
Thank you.
I eat here every now and then. There are some best-selling foods here, but we're gonna get there a little bit later, at the later stage.
Yeah.
But I wanna know how many staff do you have? How many staff did you employ? Are you a lot? And yeah.
Okay. Right now, currently, our permanent based team, we are a team of 12. including myself. We have 11 permanent staff members. And then we are looking at casual staff members. We are looking at roundabout also plus minus 8 or 9. 8? Yeah, 8.
Okay.
Yes.
And the other thing that I wanted to find out, you mentioned that your vision, part of your vision, is to develop your staff that are working for you. So I wanted to know that. So when people are employed by your company, the Chico Stable, you are not taking only perfect people, but you want people that you can grow with.
Yes.
That's what you are trying to,
Yes.
to communicate. People
Yes.
that you can learn something from, people that you can teach, and people that you can grow with. Which I find very selfless, because usually companies or businesses will be like, if I just teach her or teach him how to cook, they'll just go and start their own thing. But I always say that the market is big enough for all of us to
definitely.
share. Yeah.
The cake is indeed very much big for everybody to get a piece thereof. I'm not the best. Okay, let me not undermine myself. Like, I think, let me rephrase that. I am not the only one in the cooking industry, and we are each best at what we do. Do you understand what I'm saying? Um, Having a team that you can grow basically means you are seeing yourself in that person, should that person own their own business one day. And that's my wish for all of my staff members. Even at the cleaners, I always tell them, listen, I don't want to grow old with you guys. What I want is you guys to go have your own thing. If you're best at cleaning, if you're best at waitressing, if you're best at making hot dogs, whatever, go have your own hot dog stall. That's the coaching that that I find myself, giving to my team members, or my colleagues, not my team members. We are one big happy family.
Yeah.
So I believe in self-development. Self-growth is very, 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 very important, and I'm instilling it in my colleagues because I see what it has done to me as a person, not only when it comes to the business, but also in other areas, personal, family, you name it. Self-growth, self-development is so important that we find ourselves depressed because we want to do what the next person is doing, and we can't afford to do that, or there's something that is just not making us being that person, and that is not you. Do you understand? But if you put yourself or find yourself in a corner where you tell yourself, listen, I am Chico, I am Elizabeth, what works for me, what is the best for me, we need to find such breadth in order for us to just grow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
After the break, we're gonna talk more. We're gonna finish off after the break, and we're gonna hear about my favorite part of the interview. Everything is good, I love it, but I'm a big foodie. And after the break, we're gonna hear about the favorite dish, the best-selling dish actually, and we're gonna go to the kitchen and see how Chico's Table prepared their food after the break. And we are back from the break, sitting with the Miss Elizabeth Upingi, or is it the surname is Upingi, right? Hasn't changed yet. Okay.
Soon to be Mrs. Natangwe.
Oh, soon to be Mrs. Natangwe. But for now, I'm glad. We were supposed to come back when it's Mrs. Natangwe, so that we can also include him in the success now. No,
Hopefully, we will have this interview.
We will have it after. Then it will be Mrs. Natangwe's kitchen, or Chico's Mrs. Natangwe from Chico's Table. So before the break, we spoke about how Chico's Table was established. The staff that are here, and we spoke more about your staff. Now we're gonna move over to the food, because it's teach me how to cook, and believe me, when it comes to teach me how to cook, we want to know about the food. That segment we cannot cut out. So I want to ask you, Miss Elizabeth, what do you, because it's called staff cafeteria, where you are operating from currently, and it's at the University of Namibia. Staff cafeteria can be for students, it can be for staff member, but usually your target market is, what is your target market at staff cafeteria?
Definitely the staff members. We cater firstly to staff members, but then we are open to everyone, students, visitors. Somebody can just come from their workplace and like, you know what, I want to go and have lunch at Chico's. So we are open to everyone. But really currently our target market, the staff, and I can also say the students.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What type of meals do you think? Because when we come here, we see there are also a lot of students.
Yes.
Sometimes there are a lot of students. So I want to know, what type of meals do you think staff members respond to? What type of meals do you really prepare mostly for the staff members? Did you say that okay, they respond mostly to this?
Yeah, one thing I can tell you about our lovely staff members. Yo, the meat, they by the meat department.
Yeah.
They hammer the meat.
They
like
love meat.
They love meat. So our staff members really respond well to our famous beef stew. They really love our beef stew. They respond well to our braais. They, you know, anything that has got to do with meat, give them 110%. Yes. As for our students, you know, students are usually human beings that are not really that patient. So when it comes to fast food, you know, they love the fat cake, the chunky, the hot dog, the burger, the mini pies. Yo,
They love it. It's more like the staff members. They like I want a plate
yes,
of food, like
yes,
home cooked food.
yes.
I want to order breakfast. Like the staff, the students like, give me junkies,
Yes.
give me, yeah.
Grab and go, grab and go. And we will actually say some staff members are also just on the grab and go. But on a daily basis, we actually serve a buffet. We have a buffet option for everyone. So whereby we will say, okay, let's serve 3-4 types of meat. And then you'll have your 2 starches, your 2-3 side veggies, as well as your 2 or 1 salad. So it's a variety each and every day. So we don't want to bore people with just the same dishes every day. And you know, it's a homey meal. It's not hotel-like kind of food, but then very, very, very delicious. And nowadays we are also seeing students are queuing up for the buffet. They are not afraid anymore. Like
So buffet every day.
the buffet, we serve buffet every day.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we serve a buffet every day. Fast food is available every day. Fast food, we are talking about now our chunkies, as mentioned before. We're talking about our hot dogs. We're talking about our beef and chicken burgers. We're talking about our sausage mini pies. We are talking about our sweet donuts. We have our slap chips. And then we have our rations, our vorsies, boerewors. Those are our fast foods.
So
Yes.
you can actually cater for
Yes,
everyone.
everyone, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
What do you think is your best-selling dish? The dish that you can say that your people love this dish, or the thing that you can look at like, and your student love this one, this specific one. Like, I always need to make sure that I've prepared enough.
Okay. I'll give you on both students and staff. Students, I'll give them 2, if not 3. The fat cake and the hot dog and the platvosh.
Okay, fat cake, because I feel like it's a combo.
Yes.
They're like the fat cake.
You know, you'll find the student telling you, you know, I've been hungry for like most of the day. I've been in the library, I've been in class, but if I just have 2 of those fat cakes, 2 of those junkies, my day is made.
Day is made.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
No, I
definitely
see
the
they
junkies.
really love the
Yeah,
junkies
they
a lot. I see them buying those junkies.
And we make mean, yummy junkies.
I see, I know. I tried them. I know what you're talking about. I tried them. Those junkies, especially winter time, it's the thing that make us blow up. Yeah, at the University of Namibia.
Yeah.
The other thing that I want, for the staff
Yeah,
members.
for the staff members. And coming back to our staff members, like I said, when it comes to meat, any kind of meat, whether it's the beef or the lamb with the pap. But then there's a special dish, my special dish, the beef pap lasagna.
Beef pap lasagna.
that one also a hit when it comes to our stuff.